What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? We're popping Plus Friday still. Before I get started, on a quick video for TNA. Just got to do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers. Rumble 441, YouTube 134, Rumble. Thank you. Thank you to the people who continue to like, comment, support the channels. I truly appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into it. Real quick, it's not going to be too long, same format as I've done with Raw, NXT, AEW. It's not full review, just going over the things that I want to talk about on the show this week. They're building up the youngest X Division champion of all time, the youngest in charge. Yeah, get me. Leon Slater versus, he goes by the name of Brian Cedric Alexander at Emergence. In a couple weeks, it feels like there's always a fucking pay-per-view or PLE within like 1 or 2 weeks. it's fucking crazy, right? But that should be a good-ass match, possibly match of the night, right? I like the segment that backstage. Cedric was like, hey, you beat Hotch, you didn't beat me. I'm just like, no. Like, you might still be the champion right now, but can you really call yourself the champion because you didn't beat me? And Leon was like, yeah, I got the belt. I got the belt right here. Yeah, get me. I'm the champion. What are you talking about, me? But Cedric was like, yeah, but he didn't beat me. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just letting you know, right? You didn't beat me. Champion. And then Leon was like, yeah, I'm the champion. I got the belt right here. I'm champion. X Division champion. You get me? I liked it. I liked the little segment they did here. Right, little teasing between two baby faces. I get it. But the women's tag team match, it was Danny Luna and Amy Hartwell versus Ariana Grace and Jody Threat. See Jody versus Danny. I think I don't know. Is that the first time they faced off against each other in TNA? Might be. I'm not sure. I know they were Spitfire for like the longest time. Then they finally broke up. All right, and I want Danny Luna to be TNA Knockouts champion. It needs to fucking happen. She's too damn good. All right, that's my pick for Knockouts champion. All right, if they give it to Indy Hartwell, I mean that's fine too. Indy's putting in the work right now. I won't be mad at it, but we shall see. The Rascals went over on Nick Nemeth and Nick Nemeth's brother, but the Nemeths have decided to cash in on their contractual rematch clause. Know that, some companies have, some companies don't. I don't fucking know. But they're going to get a rematch, most likely at Emergence. Are they going to win? Of course not. Of course they're not going to fucking win because they're doing Bound for Glory. It's going to be the Hardys versus the Dudleys. Get the tables one more time. Right? They're teasing Steve Macklin versus Jake something. That might happen at Emergence. If not, Bound for Glory. I don't know. But I do want to see Jake something with some stamps going. I'm not going to hold you. Right? Macklin, he's a former TNA World Champion. He was trying to do his thing with the international belt. But I want to see Jake something with some gold his damn self. My nigga Mike Santana from the Boogie Down Bronx cut a good babyface promo, which we all seen coming. I mean, again, I know people were pissed off that Santana lost. All right, and I explained this before, and I'll say it again. It did the same shit with Hendry. Right, he should have went over the first time he fought Nick Nemeth. Mind you, Hendry was way more over than Santana is right now. So if they did to I Believe in Joe Hendry, which they did. With Sweet Bippy, they're gonna do it to Santana, which they did as well. Right? He will be the champion when, like he said, it's not gonna be if, but when. That's the question, because most likely he's gonna be the one that beats Trick Williams when time comes. All right, I just don't know when that is. Most likely it will happen 40 years out. And big ups to Mara Sade, aka I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Formerly known as Jakara, about that action Jackson, now here in the Impact Zone. Alright, good pickup. I hope and expect good things from her. They need, know what TNA needs? They need, like, I can't stand the women's knockout titles. Like, for me, if I was booking this shit, I would fucking retire those fucking tag team ones. It's the same problem I have within the WWE. Like, they don't have enough legit women tag teams to have a division for those tag titles. So what I would do is get rid of those, introduce a mid-card belt for the women. Now, that's what TNA needs, in my opinion. Or any company for that matter. You have your mid-card belt for the ladies, and then the main belt, the world title. Right? That's what I would do. Hopefully, TNA does right by Sade, and she named herself Sade after her singer. I like her even more, because she has fantastic taste. Alright, Sade is my favorite singer of all time. Not even fucking close. But in all seriousness, I hope she has a good run here in TNA. Alright. We have a declaration from the greatest president of all time. At Ali, we trust. He has new agent and Agent Zero. I don't know who that is. If y'all know, let me know in the comment section. But he made it clear that he is going after TNA World Heavyweight Championship. But before he could do that, he has to feud with I Believe in Joe Hendry. Who had the worst video, this, I guess you could call it, towards John Skyler yet. This is the worst shit he's done so far here in TNA. His best shit was against fucking AJ, not Styles. That shit was hilarious. You are banned from diving. That shit was awesome. That shit was hilarious. Alright, that shit he did on Thursday, I don't know what the fuck that was. That was lazy. I don't know what's going on with Joe, but he's becoming more and more average as time progresses. Right? Gotta do better, Joe. Do better. Speaking of doing better, KC Navarro, one of my favorites in wrestling, because this guy is hilarious and he gets it and he can wrestle his ass off. Is he slowly turning babyface? Or are they gonna pull the trigger? Right? Here's a dude who should be X Division champion at some point. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind it at all if he beats Leon Slater at some point. You know what I mean? Because right now he's being treated like a second class citizen in first class. You got fucking Trick Williams treating him like garbage. You got AJ Styles treating him like garbage. And a man can only take with so much abuse, so much bullshit before he flips. You know what I mean? So we'll see how shit plays out. And I think he is legit injured, which sucks. So we'll see how the story plays out. Now, the most compelling shit that happened on this show is with the Death Machine, Mr. Thumbs Up, Thumbs Down, Sami Callihan. Right? This is probably the most vulnerable I've ever seen Sami Callihan in his career. Right? And I remember this dude back when he had hair, a full head of hair. You know what I mean? Like, he was talking about how when he was a kid, he was almost at one point, he was 380 pounds, he said. Growing up, he always had insecurities about his body, and that maybe the people are right. Like, maybe he just is a fat piece of shit. Nah, I should just pack up the boots, I'm washed, and I should just retire. You know what I mean? I'm like, whoa, Sammy. I was like, whoa, pump the brakes here. All right, now I get it. I understand completely being insecure about your own body. I get that. But he's talking about, if I can't revert back to the badass Death Machine I used to be back when I was running shit with Ohio versus everybody, then what I need to do at Baltimore is pack up my boots, fucking put them shits right, smack dab middle of the ring, and ride off to the sunset. It's over. I'm washed. I'm done. It's over. So the question is Sami Callihan really considering retiring this year in Baltimore on August 15th? Or is this just a story or angle that they're trying to progress somehow. We shall see. I don't know. But again, I've been watching Sami Callihan for years. A long fucking time. Right? I don't think he's going to retire just yet. Right? He can still go. He's not washed in that ring. He just had a great performance for fucking Mance Warner. That fucking death match that they had. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe deep down inside he thinks, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got it anymore. It's fascinating because I don't know if it's worth it or not. That's how you know you're doing a good job. Oh, two more things. The king of TNA, King Gas, has had enough of Carlos Silva's bullshit. So he wants a face-to-face, man-to-man conversation, right? He's going to let it be known that I am the king. The king will not tolerate this bullshit no longer. Because I am the king of TNA, King Gas, the OG of TNA, right? See how shit plays out with that in the main event. System versus Trick and AJ, not Styles. I believe it was Moose that 10 Trick to set up a match at Emergence. Going to be most likely Moose versus Trick Williams. And again, I don't think Moose is going to beat. If he didn't beat Obafemi, he'd beat Trick Williams. Alright, I'm just saying. Sorry, Moose, but it is what it is. Oh, one last thing I want to talk about. The whole Chip Slammiversary, how divisive it was, polarizing pay-per-view. A lot of losses that TNA took to Fourth Rope and fucking NXT. I get it. I truly do. Right? Now, I'm not going to throw TNA on the bus just yet because I want to see the end game being an NXT versus TNA PLE or pay-per-view. Got fucking Survivor Series coming up. What better way to do like an NXT versus TNA War Games or a Lethal Lockdown? You know what I mean? TNA versus NXT. That's what the fuck needs to happen. Alright? I'm gonna do a video of how I would book that pay-per-view based off who's champion right now in both TNA and NXT. And mind you, let's not forget that they had almost 8,000 people in attendance. All right, and that is a plus. Some people they're gonna solely credit AJ Styles for it, which I think is disingenuous. All right, it was a good fucking pay-per-view in my opinion. Despite some of the losses that TNA took. All right, they did good business. They haven't had that many people in attendance for a live show in over 10 fucking years. Right? That's a long time. A whole decade. Alright? So, I'm not going to bury TNA just yet. They keep taking losses. Alright? They keep giving out all their fucking belts to the fucking... I'll put it this way. If you have fucking, Trick Williams drop the belt to, Zilla Fatu on the Fourth Rope, there's a fucking problem there. Alright? I'm not... That's unacceptable. Alright? So, again, I'm not gonna jump the gun just yet. Alright? But I do hear you guys. I do understand the criticisms that you guys had towards TNA. I get it. Alright? But that's pretty much all I want to say about this shit. So, y'all let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section for this episode of TNA. As far as what's next for this weekend, I'm not doing SmackDown because we got Summerfest coming up. So, we'll do a little predictions video for that. Then we got some NWA squeeze in there over the weekend. And WWE's Unreal. I'll be watching it. I'll be breaking down all 5 of these garbage bullshit episodes. That's the plan that I have. Alright? But waste enough of your guys' time. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect yours, walk on, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty. But most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. And until next time, adios.